Thank you. I beg to move the following motion starting my name, Mr. Speaker. Whereas it is provided under Section 22(1) of the Public Finance Management Act 15.01 the Act, that the Minister of Finance may, by an affirmative resolution in Parliament, establish a special fund to collect money that must be used for a specific purpose. And whereas it is further provided that Section 22(2) of the Act, that the resolution of subsection 1 must state the purpose of the special fund, B, the money to be paid into the special fund, C, the means of collecting money to be paid into the special fund, D, the source of the monies of the special fund, E, the accounting officer responsible for the administration of the special fund, and F, the terms for which the special fund should be maintained. Whereas the Minister of Finance, with the approval of Parliament, considers it necessary to establish a special fund to be known as the Anti-Crime Initiative Fund. The fund, for the purpose of providing monies to execute an anti-crime initiative, including crime prevention, law enforcement, and other measures for national security. And whereas the source and monies to be paid into the fund comprises, in relation to the Proceeds of Crime Act, Cap 3.04, under Section 9, cash forfeited. 2, under Section 10, the proceeds of a sale of forfeited property. 3, under Section 14, the proceeds of a charging order. 4, under Section 17, money is paid in satisfaction of a confiscation order. B, sums referred to under paragraph A that have been paid into a bank account by the Accountant General in the charge of the Attorney General. Whereas Section 23(1) of the Act, relating to the payment accounting procedures, applies to the fund. And whereas in accordance with Section 23(2) and 3 of the Act, the accounting officer administering the fund shall, in a period of 1 month after the end of the financial year, prepare, sign, and the Accountant General mention in the financial position of the fund at the end of the financial year. And B, the statements of paragraph A must include 1, a statement of the assets and liabilities of the fund. 2, a detailed statement of receipts and payments of the fund. 3, a statement of investments and interests or dividends credited to the fund. And whereas the government secretary of the Attorney General's chambers is the account officer which is responsible for the administration of the fund. And as the fund must maintain as it is closed by the Minister of Finance on the Section 24 of the Act. Whereas the Minister of Finance wishes to report from the Attorney General to indicate that the purpose of which the fund was established has been fulfilled or no longer exists. In the opinion of the Minister, there is no likelihood that the purpose for which the fund could lawfully be used the right in the future, or the terms specified in this resolution for the fund has expired. It is all that Parliament authorizes the Minister of Finance to establish a special fund to be known as the Anti-Crime Initiative Fund for the purpose of providing monies to execute an anti-crime initiative, including crime prevention, law enforcement, and other measures for national security. Be it further that A, the source and money to be paid in the fund comprises 1, in relation to the Proceeds of Crime Act, Cap 3.04. A, under Section 9, cash forfeited. B, under Section 10, the proceeds of a sale of forfeited property. C, under Section 14, the proceeds of a charging order. D, under Section 17, monies paid in satisfaction of a confiscation order. 2, sums referred to under subparagraph 1 that have been paid into a bank account approved by the Accountant General in the charge of the Accountant General. B, in accordance with Section 23(2) and 3 of the Act. 1, the accounting officer administering the fund within a period of 1 month after the end of the financial year prepare, sign, and submit to the Accountant General statements showing the financial position of the fund at the end of the financial year. 2, the statements under subparagraph 1 must include a statement of assets and liabilities of the fund, a detailed statement of receipts and payments of the fund, the statement of investments and interest or dividends credited to the fund. Section 23(1) of the Act relating to the payment and accounting procedures applies to the fund. D, The Permanent Secretary of the Attorney General's Chambers is the accounting officer who is responsible for administering the fund. E. The fund must be maintained unless it is closed by the Minister of Finance under Section 24 of the Act, where the Minister of Finance receives a report from the Attorney General to indicate that the purpose for which the fund was established has been fulfilled or no longer exists, and in the opinion of the Minister, there is no likelihood that the purpose for which the fund could lawfully be used will arise in the future, or the terms specified in this resolution for the fund has expired. Mr. Speaker, the purpose of the Public Finance Management Act resolution of Parliament to establish an anti-crime initiative fund is to provide for the establishment of a special fund to be known as the Anti-Crime Fund. In its 2021 Mutual Evaluation Report, the Caribbean Financial Action Task Force identified certain deficiencies with respect to mechanisms under St. Lucia's legal framework to deal with civil asset recovery and forfeiture. As a consequence, St. Lucia was required to amend the Proceeds of Crime Act Cap 3.04 to address the deficiencies identified in the report. In particular, recommendation number 4 of the report now requires countries to provide mechanisms for managing and disposing frozen, seized, or confiscated property. Similarly, with respect to recommendation 48 of the report, Mutual Legal Assistance, Freezing and Confiscation, St. Lucia was rated partially compliant at the CFATF, found that there is no mechanism to place for the management of frozen, seized, or confiscated property. The resolution, Mr. Speaker, provides that all property confiscated must be deposited into the fund. The purpose of the fund is to provide monies to government agencies to execute an anti-crime initiative, including crime prevention, law enforcement, and other measures for national security. Of particular note, the resolution identifies the source and monies to be paid into the fund, which comprises cash forfeited, the proceeds of a sale of forfeited property, the proceeds of a charging order, money paid in satisfaction of a confiscation order, and money paid into bank account approved by the Accountant General in the charge of the Attorney General. The resolution, Mr. Speaker, also provides for the Permanent Secretary of the Attorney General's Chambers to administer the fund. The resolution further provides for certain safeguards to ensure accountability and transparency with respect to administration of the fund. In particular, the accounting officer administering the fund is required within a period of 1 month after the end of the financial year to prepare, sign, and submit to the Accountant General statements showing the financial position of the fund at the end of the financial year. These financial statements must include a statement of the assets and liabilities of the fund, a detailed statement of receipts and payments of the fund, and a statement of investments and interest or dividends credited to the fund. It also is a requirement that the fund must be maintained unless it is closed by the Minister of Finance. In circumstances where the Minister receives a report from the Attorney General which indicates that the purpose for which the fund was established has been fulfilled or no longer exists, and in the opinion of the Minister, there is no likelihood that the purpose for which the fund could lawfully be used will arise in the future. Alternatively, the requirement to maintain the fund ceases if the terms specified in the resolution expires. Mr. Speaker, the resolution allows St. Lucia to take the necessary steps towards satisfying its international obligations as outlined by the CFATF. Even more, it provides an avenue to properly secure and manage the proceeds of criminal conduct and also utilize these proceeds as a financial mechanism to fight the war on crime, which threatens the safety, sanctity, and security of our citizens. Mr. Speaker, all this resolution is saying is that we have to create a special account in which we can put money that's confiscated, properties that's seized and sold, all proceeds of crime to be put in an account where that account will be used for national security and crime prevention. But what this resolution calls for is that special account where the use of the money can be transparent and the money can be accounted for. This is all, Mr. Speaker, and this is to first to be able to meet our mutual evaluation requirements and be in compliance with the requirements of the Caribbean Financial Action Task Force. Nothing new, Mr. Speaker, just an account where we can put all money that's seized and confiscated, and we can be able to account for it in a transparent matter. Mr. Speaker, I urge members to support.
Honourable members, the question is that Parliament authorizes the Minister for Finance to establish a special fund to be known as the Anti-Crime Initiative Fund for the purpose of providing monies to execute an anti-crime initiative, including crime prevention, law enforcement, and other measures for national security. Be it further resolved that A, the source and monies to be paid into the fund comprises 1, in relation to the Proceeds of Crime Act Cap 304, under Section 9, cash forfeited, under Section 10, the proceeds of a sale of forfeited property, under Section 14, the proceeds of a charge in order, under Section 17, monies paid in satisfaction of a confiscation order. 2, sums referred to under paragraph 1 that have been paid into a bank account approved by the Accountant General.